In my life, I've had three principal spiritual teachers. My first teacher began teaching me when I was about 4 or 3 years old. My last teacher taught me when I was 50. Those two teachers were in a body. My third teacher was a spirit. And I've had the interesting experience of never having spoken with my teachers, certainly not the one who was a spirit, and the two who were in bodies never spoke. They were entirely silent. And yet I have a very complete teaching. So I learned to listen to listen to the wind, to listen to birds, to listen to silence. I'm not even sure I want to use the word listen, but it's the best I can come up with. My teachers said nothing, and yet they said a lot. And it wasn't their body language. It was what passed between us. Sometimes I've tried to describe this communication as telepathic, but that starts to sound kind of like Hollywood. It was a communication that was intense and reciprocal. It was a back and forth. And it went on over years. And as I sit here and speak with you, I can tell you without doubt that I continue to feel the presence of these three teachers. And perhaps as you sit and watch this, you can experience my presence. And if you're listening, you might hear what I'm saying between the lines or under the lines, or you might hear the subtext. The words are just, they're words. They have a meaning, but they are not the entirety of the meaning. And in some sense, my body language is not important either. It's what's underneath all of that. It's what I'm offering you that's larger. Within the silence is a larger significance. If you're not busy, if you're not in a hurry, if you're not playing in your mind with being mindful, if you're just here as best you can be, you begin to hear in an odd way. You begin to hear what wants to be known. And what wants to be known really does want to be listened to. What wants to be known is relentless. It's demanding, and it's entirely gentle. It's what we can hear very early in the morning. It's what we can hear when a baby smiles at us. It's what we can hear as a flower opens. It's what we really do hear at the beach, in the wind, in the smile of someone we love. What wants to be known will not make you a better person. It will not save you from your own demons. What wants to be known is surprisingly unexpected. And whether you're too busy or not, what wants to be known will come back and speak with you again until you hear it. And if you hear words, that's your projection. What wants to be known is not words, it's not images. It's something quieter, gentler, and yet more urgent. It's important, and its importance needs to be acknowledged. So, what does this all mean for you? It means that at some time in the day, however early or late it is, however tired or not tired you are, however busy or not busy you are, go for a walk, sit quietly, do whatever you do to be able to drop down out of your mind and listen with your deeper ears and listen patiently. Sometimes what wants to be known is so elusive that you may have to listen for weeks or months until you hear it, until you have a felt sense of what you're being told. And I suggest you keep listening until you're convinced that you've heard it often enough that you can trust it, that it's not your projection. And after a while, you become more skilled and you understand what is projection and what isn't. And you begin to get information that is neutral and kind and accepting. This information actually contains wisdom. And because it's in some kind of a language that you can understand, even though it's not words, it does have a certain amount of cultural baggage. And after a while, you begin to just accept that, understand that you're a Westerner and your listening is always within a certain context. It's never entirely free of baggage. Okay, that's how it is. Keep listening. You become more neutral yourself. You learn how to become more neutral because what you're hearing is neutral. You begin to sense what it is to stop being so reactive and opinionated and thoughtful. And you begin to understand what it is to be kinder and quieter. Kinder, quieter, and maybe even perhaps more helpful, perhaps more relational and less selfish. Keep listening to what wants to be known. There's wisdom to be heard. Thank you.